Alright guys, so welcome back to the video, and in this video I will be answering to some of your questions. Last time I posted on my Instagram on my story, and then I got a lot of questions from you guys. But since I said I will be prioritizing only business related and YouTube related questions, that is why I have picked some of the most important questions, and today I will be answering to those questions. So without any delay, let's get on with the first question. How do you deal with failure in business? See, both in life and in business, I look at failure in with a very positive attitude, in a very positive way. I try to view failure as a good thing because, and I'll tell you why. Because every time I fail, I learn from that failure. Every time I have a downfall, I encourage myself to get up and prove myself. That is why, of course, it is not always. Sometimes I beat myself up. Regret. I feel sorry for myself if I fail or if my ideas fail to work out. But most of the time, I tend to look at it with a very positive attitude because what I've come to realize is that everything starts from your perspective, how you perceive it. If you look at failure with a good perspective, then you will come up with a solution. You will find a way to push through that failure. But if you look at failure, if you perceive it as a bad thing, then you're gonna feel sorry for yourself, you're gonna beat yourself up. That is why most of the time my most solid answer will be, I tend to look at failure, I deal with failure in business with a very positive attitude. And the next questions is, who is your YouTube inspiration? Imangadze. I mean, I've been watching his video for quite some time, and then the way he carry himself, the way he built himself, the way he have positioned himself, it is really inspiring. So my YouTube inspiration is Imangadze. The next question, if you would give one advice to your younger self starting a business, what would it be? If I could give any one advice to my younger self starting a business, then that would be, I would advise him to have a clear understanding on whatever he is doing and to be authentic. So moving on to the next question, we have, did you quit college? If yes, what was your parents' reaction? Nope, I did not quit college. In fact, I graduated last year, and right now I am doing full-time content creation and full-time entrepreneur. I have a small business which I'm doing full-time. That's it. I did not quit college, or yeah, but I just chose not to continue my studies. That's it. So moving on to the next question, we have, what is your next project or grind? Honestly, my next project, my next grind is to improve the quality of my content, to provide as much knowledge, as much value as I can into my video. And most importantly, my next step is to build a community, a group of society with Project Lawrence, where a group of individual, a group of ambitious individual and individual who wants to become better in life and who wants to reach their full potential, where those people come together, mastermind, share ideas with each other and grow together. I just want to build that community with Project Lawrence. So that's it. So moving on to the next question, we have, so for these questions I have two particular questions, so I'll just merge it together. They're quite similar, so I'll just merge it together and I'll just give one solid answer. The first question, what and who motivates you to climb higher despite the sweat and wave that tries to tie you up? And the next question, what's the one thing that always keeps you going despite the challenges? So there is two things in particular, two reasons in particular. The first one is family. I want to provide a decent life to my parents, my siblings, my future wife, future kids. I want to provide a decent life to them without any compromises. And the next reason is the fear of regret. I do not want to regret anything later in my life because of the things that I could not do, just because of the things that I should have done. I do not want that to happen. So that is the two main reason that motivates me to keep pushing, to keep going, even when I don't feel like doing it. Moving on to the next question, we have, in 5 to 10 years from now, where do you see yourself? Okay, so in 5 to 10 years from now, I see myself running multiple business, and most importantly, I see myself as someone, as an individual who has grown both in discipline, and mindset. Next question: top 5 books that you will recommend. Honestly, I don't read books. I'm not really a book person. I want to read books, but I cannot read books. Di maafkan aku share. But there are 3 books that I can recommend. With the little knowledge that I have, I did some research about those books and I've got some value from that. So I will recommend those 3 books. The first book is Rich Dad Poor Dad. The second one is The Richest Man in Babylon. And the third one, As a Man Think. So those are the 3 main books that I will recommend. So moving on to the 9th question, we have one thing that motivates you to speak out. Okay, this one is really interesting. See, I believe that words have the power to change a person. Words have the power to build something, and words have the power to destroy it. So, and I believe that my words, the words that I speak out, anything that I share, have the power to change someone's life, to change a person's life. That is why, even if it can create an impact to even a single person and even a single one subscriber, one viewer, then I guess that is worth sharing. That is what motivates me. That thought is what motivates me to keep speaking, to keep sharing, despite no one watching, despite getting just some few hundred views. That motivates me to speak out. Moving on to the last question, we have, hey bro, I've been watching your content and you really inspired me. Anyways, I'm 20 years old and I want to start a business, but I don't know how and where to start. Okay, whoever you are, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching my content and giving your support. I really appreciate it. And yeah, first thing first, I'm not any kind of business expert or any kind of business guru, but I will share with you the little knowledge that I have so that it can help you. I'm sure this will help you. So first thing first, what you're gonna do is, if you are from a non-business background, if you don't have any knowledge, any experience, then what you can do is, if you want to enter that market, I want you to pick something which is in high demand. Don't start your business just because you have passion for it. No, that is the worst advice that anyone can give you. Don't start a business out of passion. If you are looking to make a profit, if you're looking to grow that market, grow that business, don't go into business with following your passion. Instead, follow something. Instead, get into business which is in high demand, which the market is demanding. I'll give you an example. These days, people are starting to realize that their health, their body is important. That is why you can get into fitness industry, you can get into health business, something like that. Pick something which is in demand, which the market need, and which solve a specific problem. And after you do that, what I want you to do is, I want you to spend your time and hours learning about that market, learning about that business, master it. Whatever you do, just try your best to master it and become the best at it. Because when you're just starting up, when you're just in the initial stage, you have no one to rely on, just yourself. That is why your knowledge, your skills, that is very important. So spend your time, spend your hours learning about that business. That is the best foundational advice that I can give. And yeah, those are the questions, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Those are some of the few questions which I found interesting and which I want to give an answer to. So if you like this video, and let me know in the comment section if you want more of this kind of video, or even if not, I'll continue to raise some questions. I'll post it on my story, so you guys just raise any questions if you have any doubts. Of course, I'm not any expert, but I will try my best to give you whatever knowledge that I have so that we can grow together. And yeah, as always, I will see you guys next time.